YouTube, what's going on? What's going on, Portland, Maine? How are you guys doing today? It's your buddy from the Northeast, your favorite pal in the history of all the Northeasts. It's Tim the Maniac Miller. Guys, what's going on? The president just he comes out of nowhere. I don't know, what's going on, but he takes over my body. And if it happens, it happens. And thank you, President Trump, for filling in for me a couple weeks ago and, settling a situation. Maybe not settling, but bringing attention to one of our resident trolls here on the Uber and Lyft drivers of the Greater Portland, Maine market. And yes, Sean, that is a props to you, sir. You're really not a troll, but in a sense you are because of the in a sense you are because of the way that you. I guess we all can be trolls sometimes. So anyway, you guys, I'm making this video today, and before I bring up my first subject, not going to be too much of a video today, but I wanted to put something out. It's been a little bit. I'm trying to get better at getting more videos out. You guys, if you haven't, like, share, and subscribe. Okay, it's Tim the Maniac Miller. It's your buddy from the Northeast. Okay, thank you. So guys, if you haven't heard, and Sean has already reported about it, for those of you guys in the Greater Portland, Maine market, the bill in California to classify Uber and Lyft drivers as employees has passed. AB5, it's passed. That's a landmark passing of a bill in favor of classifying drivers as employees. It's landmark because, and I disagree with you, Sean. It's not going to make Uber and Lyft. Maybe Lyft's going to go belly up because I don't know if you guys heard, kind of going off topic a little bit, but Lyft has dropped their rates significantly in many markets. You guys, to 50%. I saw a video the other day on YouTube where this girl talked about giving her a ride for about 45 minutes, and she got paid like $12. You guys, that's insane. I don't know if it's come to Portland yet. I used to be a Lyft driver, but I'm just an Uber driver now. So if you guys, and it's here with Lyft, let me know, comment below. And again, for the second time, like, share, and subscribe. Come on now. So guys, getting back to AB5, the importance and significance about this, and the rideshare professor, Torsten, talks about this, is that it gives drivers the ability to now negotiate with both companies things like, benefits, pay increase, everything across the board, everything you can think of. You guys, it's a huge day for rideshare, and we should be excited about it because, we got a lot of politicians on our side. The governor of California, I can't remember his name, but going more nationally, Bernie Sanders, Kamala Harris, she was in support of it too, even though they're not, have anything to do with California. They're presidential candidates. That's big. And I actually remember back when I first heard about this bill, I actually, because I do have a Twitter account. Not as good as mine, but I remember sending Bernie a tweet and telling him to support this and showing him what they were doing to us and how they had dropped rates. And so really, you guys, just, spread the word if you're talking to your passengers today. Maybe they've heard it on the news, but you guys, it's a really big deal. We should be, in my opinion, we should be happy about it. Maybe some of you guys don't feel like that. And I know, Sean, Mr. White, you feel that it's going to make Uber, we're going to lose Uber. First of all, let's just remember that it's all up to the states, okay? So it's a state law in California. It doesn't apply to Maine. If we wanted to bring up a bill similar to that, our legislatures would have to get sponsors within the House. The House of Representatives here in Maine. There would have to be somebody to introduce the bill, and then people to support it, right? So it would be a totally different name. And so the only way that it would affect us is if it became a federal bill. If the powers that be in Washington went ahead and did that. But being that those guys are controlled by big conglomerates, corporation and conglomerates, that's unlikely to happen. It could, but I feel like, correct me if I'm wrong, but that would be unfortunately, the Senate is controlled right now by conservatives. Anyway, no, guys, I don't want to get political. But the only thing I'll say about that is that Republicans, Democrats, liberals, and conservatives, we have a lot more in common than we all think. And as a progressive Democrat, that's what I believe. I believe in policies for everybody, not just liberals, but conservatives as well. I feel like government in many ways is trying to split us up, and that's the last thing we need. Because remember, guys, there's more of us than there is of them. So you guys, the other thing I wanted to talk about just real briefly is if you run into this problem, I ran into it yesterday. Uber tried to flag my account and tried to deactivate my account, saying that when my license renewed back in March, that for some reason they sent me an email and it said your license can't be identified as valid, or it was something along those lines. I can never remember the exact wording. And so, to make a long story short, they deactivated they waitlist, and of course, Uber and its bots are never really up. They're never in line. When I say bots, I talk about the emails where you get an email or you send an email, and they never line up with what the people on phone support say. If you guys, if anything that a message I could get across today besides the AB5 bill is that when anything really silly like that happens, don't give up. Make sure that you go ahead and you call phone support and you stand up for yourself. So, and that example was me yesterday, continuing from what I was saying, where I had lost. It's funny because they sent me this message on a day that I ended up getting my new ID in the mail because my wallet had been stolen. So I had to get a new license. And I went a couple weeks ago and they sent it out and I got it just yesterday. But Uber will try to do things, and I don't know if they do it on purpose, but when I took the directions for me to solve the issue were to go and upload a new copy of that document, which is my license. I did that. Now I ended up getting an email back saying that and it was by a bot. You know, emails are bots, saying that my account had been permanently deactivated for uploading a fraudulent document, which is ridiculously silly because it just doesn't make any sense, which means that the automated system was approving my document, apparently. That's the only thing I can think of, you guys. And it does happen. Whatever you do not, if that ever happens to you, do not believe that email, okay? First of all, you would stick up for yourself anyway. But for whatever reason that you start to agree with that email, don't. Because 9 times out of 10, I'm going to say 10 times out of 10, it's a bunch of shit, okay? And sorry, Uber, but it is. And it's ridiculous that we have to call and remind them and be like, hey, what the hell is going on here? Why am I, just checking the time here, guys, can't believe it, 8 minutes. Why in the hell is my account deactivated for no reason? And then they were trying to say that they were going to, my account was going to be reactivated in 24 hours. I called phone support, and with phone support, you guys, always, I would premise say, look, I'm not yelling, I'm not upset with you guys because you guys are the ones they just hide behind, because that's true. The upper management and middle management, they just hide behind phone support. You can never really talk to a real manager. I think they just use another coworker when you ask for a manager and they come on. It's got to be just another person on the phone. I don't think it's their manager. It might be. I could be wrong. But to just finally say, just to wrap it up, guys, don't give up. Torsten was talking. I had come on his live feed and was saying that they had deactivated him for falling asleep, I guess, and a writer reported him. We don't know if that was true or not, but Torsten was talking about writing a letter. Well, I wrote a comment saying, okay, you can write that letter, but beforehand, go ahead and call until you're blue in the face, because you need to stand up for yourself. If you guys out there in the greater Portland, Maine area, if you ever need help in that area and you feel like you're being screwed over and you're being they're just not helping you on the phone. They're putting the wall up. They're stonewalling you is what I meant to say. Give me a call or send me an email. Actually, my email is it's slicktwilly@gmail.com. It's SLICKTWILLY @gmail.com. So it's all lowercase, slicktwilly@gmail.com. and I'll give you some advice. I'll help you out. I'll meet up, whatever you guys want to do, because I have plenty of experience talking to phone support, and I have plenty of experience of fighting for myself to get back on the app. You guys, I'm Tim the Maniac Miller, and I'm Donald J. Trump, saying, like if you haven't already. Thank you, and have a good night.